Okay, so here's the situation. It's supposed to rain today about noon. And as you guys know from the last video, we were going to try to put our concrete in today around 2 o'clock. Well, when it's gonna start raining at noon, you have to make a new plan because we don't want the rain to come in and wash out all of our forms that we've done, all the hard work that we put in yesterday. We want to make sure everything stays good because that clay holds water like crazy. So I called Samuel. The concrete company actually called me first this morning and said, hey, if you still want to get in before the rain, we can bump you up. And I said, well, we got more people involved with this. So I called Samuel and said, hey, they can do it. They can be there in an hour to an hour and a half. Can you do it? And Samuel said, yes, I'll get in the truck right now. So Samuel's been great in all this. Ochoa Concrete has been awesome. So they are booking it out there right now. And we're all just gonna get there as fast as we possibly can. I'm gonna basically show up. When I get there, the concrete truck might be sitting at the gate. So I am blazing, not speeding, but I'm driving fastly at the maximum speed that is allowed by law for all the people out there that are going to troll on me saying that I was speeding or something. So we're gonna get out there as fast as we possibly can. Skipped breakfast. I'm hungry, but this is exciting. And this is part of building a house, is you gotta be flexible and you gotta be able to zip away at a moment's notice. I was right in the middle of something else that I had to hit the pause button on, and I'll go back and work on this afternoon. It's gonna be a good day. If you haven't already with our channel, things are picking up like crazy. Go ahead and give us hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything that's going to be happening here in the next, gosh, months. So give us a like, all that stuff. It's crazy. Well, I made it out here. The concrete trucks are supposed to start getting here around 9:30, and it's 9:30. So hopefully they're running late. Samuel's not here yet either, so if they don't show up, then I guess I'm just gonna start putting concrete in the hole. And when they get here, I guess. I don't know what else to do besides that. But yeah, we're here, we made it, and welcome to house building. Well, got a little bit of rain right now. The only benefit to this, like we are literally, like, here's Turner Turnpike. I guess for you guys it's like this, and here's us, and these storms are all developing like right along this line and moving north. So we're gonna get hit with little rainstorms here and there, but the beauty of this is that it hasn't rained in like 3 weeks in Oklahoma. So the ground is super, 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 super dry. Like this clay is hard as a rock, and it just crumbles. So the good news is that this is like super, super hard soil, and it's super, super dry soil. So if it does rain, and even if it really just downpours, I think we'll still be okay. It'd be nice if it just didn't rain at all, but you know what? Whatever happens, happens, and that's that. All right, everybody. Samuel's here. Concrete truck's here. Everybody's here. So we're gonna go up here to the top, try to pour this back corner. The rain just keeps coming off and on. A second ago, it just let it go for a second and it stopped, and then it let it go and then it stopped, and so now we're in another stopping point here, but it should be okay. We're hopefully gonna get this done today. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Like I said, the ground is still just so dry. Like, you can see where I stepped Like my foot's covered in mud, but right under that, the ground is still dry as a bone. So we probably are gonna need to wet up the ground a little bit before we actually put the concrete in. Man, what a crazy morning. Talk about being right in the middle of something and just dropping everything. But Samuel and his crew were awesome. They dropped everything and we all rushed out to try to beat the rain that was definitely coming. All right, everybody, you haven't got to meet him yet. This is Samuel.
Hello.
So we're out here trying to get some concrete poured today. Fighting weather. Samuel, they're a great company. They rushed out here with like about 10 minutes notice. They just loaded up and went. So we're gonna make it happen today.
You know, we're here to stop at the store place to pick up some rebar.
Yeah?
We gotta have 24 inches pieces of rebar.
Yeah.
That we're gonna put between these two rebars.
Yeah.
To hold on to the floor.
Got so it sticks up out of the top.
Yeah, and everything will be connected. Everything will be connected.
He knows what he's doing. How many years?
Oh, maybe more than 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of years.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that we made it. The sun's poking through now. I mean, we are on the leading edge of the storm. Like I said, look at the ground. Even with that little hit of rain, the ground's still just dry as a bone. So this is like my third or fourth time to watch a lot of these clips because there's just something really strangely satisfying about watching concrete being poured. I don't know what you guys feel like about it, but let me know what you think down in the comments. And what you're about to see right here is what happens when they put me in charge of cutting off the concrete guy and controlling the height of the bucket. As you can see, oh my gosh. This is why I don't get in charge of things like this that are high pressure situations with large amounts of concrete being poured into a hole. But Samuel and his guys are a pro. They were able to fix my mistake pretty easy. So the whole day, the rain kept just kind of threatening. So what would happen is we would get to a point where all of a sudden it would start to sprinkle and it would get harder and harder and harder. In my head, I'm just sitting there thinking, or I'm not thinking, I'm praying. I'm like, just not yet, just hold it off a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. And every single time it would start to rain, and it wouldn't rain, it would start to sprinkle and it would threaten and then it would just go away. And so I remember thinking to myself, if we can keep on this pace for the rest of the day, we should be fine. So while we sit here and watch the rest of this concrete be poured, I kind of had a little fun story that I thought I'd like to share with you guys. So this same weekend while we were out at the farm, we went fishing. It was a lot of fun. I hadn't gotten to go do something fun in quite a while. But while we were out fishing, in the middle of the pond, all of a sudden, a like 3-pound bass just floated to the top out of nowhere. And it wasn't like one that we had caught and it just, was injured or something like that and it floated back up. It was just random out of nowhere. And so Hurley was asking me like, well, what are we going to do with it? Like, what are we going to do? And I said, well, I guess the only thing we can do is go get it. And he looked at me like, you're going to what? You're going to what? So he didn't believe me, but I was serious because, I'm not going to let a good fish go to waste. So I got down into my underwear and jumped in the water, and Hurley thought that was one of the coolest things that he'd ever seen because he didn't realize like you can actually go swim in a pond. And so I swam out to the middle. I grabbed the fish. First thing I did was, because it was a big fish, all I tried to do was to spin it around and see if I could get some oxygen down into his gills again, see if he could go and revive himself, but nothing happened. So we took him back to the house and cleaned him, and we got to eat some fish for lunch, and it was really fun. It was really cool. But that was Hurley's first experience with seeing that, hey, The pond is not just for fishing, but if you really want to, you can go swimming in it. So now that we got story time out of the way, I'll go ahead and shut my mouth and we'll watch the rest of the concrete get poured. Never mind. Remember that time I said I was going to stop talking? Well, so right here, Samuel runs up to this truck and tries to hit the clean out valve, and it sprays water everywhere. And it was funny because it caught him off guard.
Were you hot or something? You just needed a little shower?
And it was just funny. It was a good funny moment. So if you're wondering what happened there, he got pretty much soaking wet right there in about 3 seconds with that valve. So at this point in time, it probably hasn't sprinkled, it hasn't done anything in probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I thought at this point, we are okay. We are gonna make it. Well.
Yeah. It's less than ideal conditions to be working in. But we got it down. And it's not light rain either. This is that thick rain. This is why you buy waterproof cameras.
This one is still waterproof because this got those here.
You feel bad complaining about rain because we haven't had it in so long. But why today? I have to look on the radar, see what's going on. Well, that's what we call a soaker. Wet down to the toes, kind of wet. The footings are in. So we're gonna sit here and wait and see. Let's look and check the radar here real quick. My service, Sprint. By the way, if you're watching this video, you have the worst service of any provider in Wellston, Oklahoma. That heavy rainstorm, for the most part, looks like it's about to just pass us again. See, that's the crazy thing. Like, here's where we are, where that little pin is, and everything's just developing right on us. But it's getting closer, so it might be time to call it a day. But hey, you gotta get home? You don't want to stay?
No. Keep it running. Look at that guy.
Oh, now we got the lightning happening.
Look at the guy.
Look at this. Look at his feet. How much each do those feet weigh?
I think 10 pounds.
10 pounds a foot. Look at that. Just in the muck, man. Have a good one. Get dry. Yeah, you don't need to take a shower now. Okay. Well, we got it done. It's wet, but it's done. Progress is made. And the good news is across the street, I've got a laundry dryer. So I'm gonna go throw my clothes in there real quick, dry off a little bit. Oh, that was fun. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it is what it is. But if you can't just smile about it, then so be it. But the concrete's already hardening. It is already getting hard, so it's pretty much ready to rock. So by the next time that we come out here, I mean, it'll probably be dry, but he said they may come back tomorrow, do set forms and stuff like that, but we'll see what happens with the weather. So, all right, if you haven't already, I know I said it earlier, comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. You gotta give me a like for today. I mean, look at this. This did it for the content today, okay? So give us a like, give us a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, because like I said before, things are starting to really happen. So see you guys on the next video.